Hey everyone, welcome back to Deus Vault. Uh, Today we have, reading down the list, Bailey as Oberon.
Hello.
We have Milkshake as Abraham.
Yeah.
Is there a delay or am I just...
No,
And
they're just
I think it's a brain delay. It's not a.
There's a brain delay.
Gotcha.
It's not a Discord delay.
It's too hot. And we also have Cameron as Andestrum.
Hello.
I remember the name.
Wow,
We had to think though.
you did have to think.
I did. Give me a break. I needed like 10 sessions to at least remember the fucking names of your characters, Cameron. So we then
Crazy
have Dylan and Zoyce. He is doing things, and obviously James is out of the campaign. So last off, we had gone to the Courchevel, which is the capital city in the country of Larix. This was in search of a diamond to potentially resurrect Garrick. And after going through the city and finding out that basically the city had been slaughtered, and as well, they had oh, sorry, I completely blank there. They had found about a creature that had lived in the middle of the manor that seemingly had a psychic influence, while also basically being kind of the intelligence behind the invasion. Going into the city and going into the manor, they fought against it, where they found that it had a kind of multiple personality situation. It seemingly switching his actions up, but successfully fighting it off and killing it. The party have recovered a tiara that belonged to the young Lordess. I think it is. I don't actually know what the daughter of a lord is. And they afterwards, sorry. They then left the manor. I'm gonna have a lot more brain freezes today because it's fucking too warm. So,
Completely understand.
yeah, this is where we hand off. You guys were just leaving the manor. I believe you had just checked inside the rope trick, or I could be wrong.
I think we pulled them out.
No,
or
we had have we got back to the road trick yet? I don't think we
I'm
had.
fairly sure we ended literally like we picked up the diamond
Yeah.
And set fire to the manor. That's it.
and
Yeah.
No, we set fire to the manor and we left.
yeah.
Okay. So, I will say, as you guys are leaving the building, and obviously the firearms are behind you, you will find that the rope trick is open now. And can I have a perception check from everyone?
Who's running Zoy's today? I don't mind doing it.
We have
Oh.
Milkshake.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I should have specified that one.
What about? Well, let me see if I can do.
Oh my god, the dice is massive on the
He
screen.
has disadvantage because he's poisoned.
Okay.
Well,
I should-
Auburn and Indestrum is the exact same. Although with the 5, I don't feel like the disadvantage could be worse.
Oh,
Hey, how'd you roll it with Zoyce?
It tried.
Because I'm rolling Zoyce as not me, so I'm not using my character sheet. I'm not using my rolls. I'll roll mine manually, so we can do both.
You could
I'm
still
just
use
more.
your sheet.
How are you clicking on the D&D Beyond? Are you doing that on?
No, I just click on the plus amount and then just click on that and it does it for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So who got above a 10?
One
Hello.
second, I need to roll
just
my
two of
dice. I'm just kind of getting my dice tray
I think
out. of my-
Evelyn's still here, right? Oh, she's
Everyone's
Evelyn's in
in
the
the
road
road
trick.
Yeah, but no, she's in the rope trick. Okay.
But we did also tell her to peek out every now and then. So
Yeah.
that might
It
be
could
what
just
this
Of course. So, what you see with everyone got a 10
Once- I'll just roll
is
mine.
remember the chef character. Oh, sorry.
chef character.
It's fine. You can go. Well, one of us rolled over a 10, I'm sure.
Well,
No?
Albrun and Indestrum rolled 18.
Okay, yeah. So
So you see the chef is pulling back another spider, dead one. Or at least you think it's dead at a first glance. You
Oh,
notice
must
it
be.
is alive, but it's missing 7 legs. You see Erin is kind of worriedly following him, essentially.
Wait, they're in the rope trick, or
No. They are outside of the rope trick, walking towards the rope trick.
This guy's just dragging a legless
A
fucking
one-legged
spider
spider.
behind him.
one-legged
Yeah.
spider?
I'm like a spider.
Hey,
Hang
this
on,
guy's
when
found
they
his
die,
calling in
when
the
you rip out,
apocalypse.
like,
Christ.
The majority of their legs.
I just want to say as well, guys. By the way, these high roller dice are goddamn beautiful.
You're advertising for a different D&D campaign, man.
I know I am.
Hang on, where's my button? Beep it out.
Can I just say my new screen is beautiful?
Oh, screen. Oh yeah, you got a big screen, haven't you?
I got a big screen.
I'm very jealous.
Now I just need to get a bigger desk so I can put my other monitor on.
Rotate it around 360 degrees.
Cockpit mode, let's go.
Now, I've got the VR for that.
Make a dome of monitors.
It's like, you know, in Dark Knight when he's like tapping into everyone's phones and everything. I got all the screens.
I hate that because I heard Dark Knight. I was thinking, is that anime or something? I know, right?
Before we go too far off on a tangent.
But yeah, that's what you see. You see the rope trick is like had its rope left down, and you think you see like from time to time some of the villagers kind of just sticking their head out, like what the fuck? Looking very confused.
Indestrum turns around and it's just like, I don't think this was ever part of the plan. Erilyn? What happened?
He said he was feeling hungry. I couldn't stop him. He just jumped out.
But you have rations, no? Could you not have just given him some food?
You see him kind of like hold up the leg, and the spider is like kind of coming along with it. It looks kind of freaked out, but it can't do much.
Yeah.
So well, it makes a good soup. What can I tell you?
You've been here too long. Spiders are not a very good delicacy from my experience. No matter how good a chef you are, they never taste right.
Well, I can prove you're wrong. And you see him like carve up like
No. This is not
some
one
of
of
the
those times
armor
I
on top of the leg.
I'm just like, no. This is not one of those times I wish to be proven wrong. This is one of those times that I wish to leave as swiftly as possible. Maybe, you know, we could get the big man back on his feet first, or maybe do that when we're in a safe place. I don't know. I just want to swiftly move on from here.
Uncultured swine.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm just here sort of aghast, looking at Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham kind of looking at you like Abraham looks a bit pale, just
Like,
thinking of spider
We went
spider
through
food.
like, a couple of weeks where we had to eat spiders.
Yeah.
Can I cast Toll of the Dead on the spider?
You can.
Cool.
You'd have to do it about twice to kill it, but yeah.
Well,
Like
as-
it's not as though it can fucking save. Like
I mean, can I cast? Do I get advantage on it then? Oh no,
Wait,
it's,
his-
we'll just say for the sake of
it's a wisdom saving throw it has to make.
we'll just say for the sake of
It's got
we'll just
okay.
say for the sake of things that you kill it because
I'm
basically this
yeah,
spider
just-
can't run away nor attack you.
It's kind of got no will anymore. He kind of wants to die. The state is in.
Yeah, I just kill it. I just
It feels to say, please kill me.
just a massive deafening bell, and it's just going.
Dong, dong.
The chef
that's
was
when it
quite
must be
disappointed. You've
really
ruined their
terrible.
stock now.
Oh no! Whatever will I do? Erilyn, do you want to go up there and get the rest of them? And I mean, I'm assuming the rest of us can't fit in there. And I looked at Aubrun.
I can't remember how many people we had. It was
No,
eight,
we
eight
can't.
total.
That's not good.
I think it was full, wasn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what,
I think you had
why-
5 villagers. You had the family of 3, a guard, and the chef in there with
With
Erilyn
Erilyn and
I think
Garrick's
Garrick's
body.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
we-
say
one of us can fit.
I say with us, I say, wait, does fly work? Would a dead body be classed as a willing creature?
No.
No, I
No.
think we've decided it's an object, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, I don't have any spell slots anyway for fly. That would have been nice.
I think at this point, Oberon's like coughs up a bit of blood. It's like, I think we should probably get out of here as fast as possible before more spiders show up.
Who's the slowest person in our group?
You see the chef kind of pick up, definitely Abraham. You see the chef kind of perk up when he hears more spiders.
Abraham looks even more pale. And he also looks over to Indestrum and says, slowest person here, I can guarantee, is going to be me.
I cast Long Strider on Abraham. That increases your speed by 10 feet and for 1 hour.
Perfect, I can nearly run as fast as
Abraham's
you.
at the speed of a fucking halfling.
Yes. For the first time in a long time, Abraham feels like a fast boy.
You're more like an
Perfect.
average boy.
Okay. So what's the plan?
You know what?
Get everyone, get out of here.
I'm gonna give Abraham a potion of swiftness as well, which does the same.
Abraham is now the fastest here. Aside from, I think, Erilyn.
Hang on. How many can I cut? It's not concentration. Huh. It would be the next lowest.
I have another potion as well.
Okay. Well, I could cast it on myself to give me 40.
I imagine the kid's probably the slowest next, right?
Or Zois?
I think Zoe's is the same as us.
I'd say the kid has got the same speed as you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd keep it for an
Yeah,
emergency,
I
guys.
think
We don't know what
let's
could happen.
Save it, I think. I'm completely out of magical energy, as it were.
I have a little bit. I mean,
But remember to mark off the long strider on.
I already have. I have no idea.
It
but there was a lot
was a pretty rough fight.
What's this static I'm hearing?
It's probably the Hoover.
Okay. So, as I said, so you casted on whom? Just to confirm, did you cast any NPCs?
No, it was Abraham got the long strider and the potion of swiftness to basically give him 20 feet of movement.
So that puts Abraham up to 35. So, you guys are standing, as I said, around here. Oh, that's where the trick is, I believe. Or was it on the other side of the bridge?
It was on the housing side to the left, I believe. We did it. Like left looking at the mansion.
Gotcha. So, how do you want to proceed? You obviously need to get out of the city. There are still spiders knocking around. You think that you see a few that are getting interested in the fire? Especially the ones in the lake who are kind of just hovering there. Like, you don't think they're moving? You just see them just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Erilyn, do you have any more uses of the spell you used to get us here? The sneaky spell.
Let's check.
I also suggest we do kind of what we did to get here. We flit from place to place and keep an eye out. And I looked at the chef. No charging spiders. You stay shush. You stay at the back. You do nothing. Understand? Nothing. One false move and I will put you to sleep. And I mean that. I will put you to sleep.
Abraham kind of looks Abraham kind of looks at Endendrum like, good sleep, bad sleep. He's not sure, but he's worried either way.
She can do it one more time.
And then I would opt for us to do that and just go straight as the fastest possible route. I mean, you guys would have all seen it. I blew up my eye in that last fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nigh on you.
I do need to talk to you about that another time. Anyway, I say, let's step off. So Erlen will cast the Pass Without a Trace. I'm
Yep, that's
assuming.
been cast.
And Stealth.
Can I have stealth checks from everyone? And I'll do it for the NPCs as well. Actually, how many people
10.
would you... Oh, no, it's just everyone in the area.
How the hell is that
31.
an 8? What are you talking about, D&D Beyond? I can't see an 8.
Can I just say, does Zeus has disadvantage and stealth? He will do, won't it?
Yep.
I'm
So I will-
outraged.
Oh,
I'm fucking outraged. On my screen, I rolled a 14 and a 15.
so are
and I
you,
got a fucking.
but that's because
8.
you get...
Yes, I know I am. I was just making sure for Zeus. I didn't know I'd have to.
How?
I
Is
don't
that even
know.
Ooh.
I don't know why I rolled it at the disadvantage for...
Okay, I got 7 and 11, so I've rolled a 7.
7-11.
Yes.
Okay, so far our lowest is 17.
Which isn't
no, we
bad.
got a lower.
Oh.
Let me check for the NPCs.
Yeah, because you got disadvantage.
Well,
You got a 4 and a 15,
Yes, I...
not a 14.
No, I know, but it was a 14 on my screen. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
And then D&D Beyond said it was a 4.
Rip.
And for you don't know about like, the bonus, but you get this at least.
I think it got confused because the dice kind of landed on a point. It was extremely cocked.
Huh. Okay. So Erlen, I think he gets the lowest with a 12. Actually, is that right?
How did Erilyn get
She
to
had a plus
12?
10. No, sorry, 13. She got a no, 14. What the fuck? Why did it sound like 12?
She's got like a +7.
Oh, I know. So, 16 because she's got a +3 to stealth. It was plus. Then I rolled a 5, but I didn't add the fucking a 10 in my head, so I was doing it like an idiot. I was reading off one of the NPCs. So the NPCs. Well, the. Oh, I need to roll the guard as well.
Hmm.
She's got disadvantage. The guard got a 15. The stealthiest one on the party, the little child, who managed to roll a 30.
31
wow.
here. Hang on. 31 here. Fuck off.
It's always got a 31 as
Oh,
well,
sorry.
but look at that.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, the kid's on brand.
I'm
Apparently
gonna
that kid
be
is
stealthier
sneaky.
when they roll more, but
Well, it's a little kid, you know, they can go quiet. So, are you going out the same way you came in?
essentially. But keeping an eye out for
Um,
anything
Oh,
that blocks the
The
path.
trouble is
I-
that we're not going to have a way to cross the water without.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. No, we're gonna have to find the docks.
But did we see any boats though?
Well, we didn't cross.
You didn't
the,
see
we didn't
some
go
on
to
the
the dock.
outs. No.
last time, right? So,
We didn't see any on the
I looked
outside,
at
but
the
the
guard.
inside was different.
Were any boats left behind when everyone fled? Like, do you know if there's any boats at any docks left behind?
I mean, there should be some. I think the Guild has always ordered for half of the population to have boats, you know, so we can always guarantee at least half can get out.
Jesus Christ, what is this? Titanic? Fuck me.
Well, we always kind of assumed that people couldn't get into the city, but evidently we were wrong. But I know for sure that half the population didn't get out. But, you know, a very small amount did get out of the city, so...
The creature that lives in the
Possibly.
lakes surrounding. How hostile is this?
To anyone in the boats, none. There is a very small enchantment. It's a guardian of the city.
If we swam in it, would it attack us, or would we need to use
Oh,
the boat?
for sure. We have to use the boats.
We have to use the boats. Do you know which dock would have more boats, or would more likely have boats, or is it a guessing game?
It's a guessing game. Sorry, they would have
I
equal amounts. The docks,
It's
but
just
I
if there's
just,
any left behind.
but I couldn't get a chance to even get to the docks. So I was
guessing
just staying behind,
Thinking
just to keep
back
over
These
to
are the
people.
docks, right?
Thinking back when
Yes.
we were looking at the docks from the side, did we see any boats like over here? 'Cause
So
this
the
is
way
the
that the
dock I've seen
docks
the
are
most.
made, you would not be able to see them from the outside. like so basically the docks, the boats you suspect probably would be stored in the inside of the kind of structures that are there.
I mean, we may as well head to this one then, because it's closest.
Well, we're here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're sort of here.
We could
If
go
we
to this
I'm
one.
thinking if we go to this one right below us, it looks closer to this one. Should we have to go to another one?
But then we could end up having to go all the way around
If that
anyway.
makes sense. Well, I think that's just going to have to be a risk we have to take.
No, I mean, the other suggestion is flip a coin if we go left or right.
Hmm. So, as we were walking through,
Abraham?
did it look like there were more spiders in any one of these
Abra-
areas?
Abraham would like
I'd
to
say
do,
no. Like it. It's like looking at kind of local population. They're kind of just all around everywhere.
Gotcha.
You guys have managed to be stealthy enough that you kind of bypass most of them.
Okay. Just a reminder, it was this one that we saw in the water, right?
Yes.
Cool. Abraham, what was your vote?
Abraham was going to do a history, see if he could remember the way, the easiest way back for us. But
No.
that's why I did that. But that's why, well, like if he could remember if there was more enemies and that. So Abraham's going to pick right.
So this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
I
that's
know
part of
right
the
for
game.
Abraham is that way, but I'm making sure you're doing it from Abraham's perspective and not
Yes.
Milkshake's perspective. Cool. Onwards. And we'll
So
have
you go to the
everyone out
bottom
right
one, did you say?
Yeah, this one.
Something I can potentially do, if we wanted us to, is I can throw some objects out to make noise and try and draw stuff away from us as well.
Would that cost you in your...
Not anything that's going to be important. It'll just be like the selfie I took.
I
Yes,
mean,
okay.
hold on to it, and if we see a large like a large mass of them in an area, we can throw one to try and take them away from the path. I'd say is probably the best bet.
Yeah, amusingly, I have almost run out of these, which is a thing I never thought would happen.
I kind of turn to
Shall we?
Modestrum and say, with the condition that we're in, I think it would be best to create a distraction before we need a distraction.
But my point is, there's no point creating a distraction now to bring what is in the area, because right now there's nothing in the area. What I'm saying is we move, keep our eyes peeled very much all the way, and as soon as we see any inkling of creatures in our way, throw the distraction and move round. If we start throwing distractions out willy-nilly now, we could bring them upon ourselves instead. I think it's best to save them until we need them.
I'd have thought the fire will work as a general distraction anyway.
True. Plus, we don't know how these spiders are acting now that the head's cut off, whether it's a hive mind.
Oh,
or
well, I
following
could,
the
I could definitely. I just turn to Warber and say it's definitely a hive mind.
something tells me that what's left won't be very...
Hey, if we're
That's-
lucky, they'll all try and dig out the body from the fire,
I mean,
and thus
at the same
kill
time,
themselves.
we may have used up a lot, and we may be quite hurt, and I just point at the shift. But if he can beat up a spider on his own, then I'm sure we can manage with what we have left.
Depends on the spider, but yes, I think
Well-
for now we should just head out.
Yes. Then we're moving. And
Okay.
we're moving.
So, going towards the south, can I have a D10 out of someone?
Yes.
Bailey's on it.
Boom. It's a 5.
Got it, yeah? With a 5, you,
56.
as you get to the dockyard, this kind of, it looks like kind of a large bridge with kind of a drop gate, essentially, at the front, and there are boats inside that are on the water, but obviously they've been built in such a way that they're like kind of docked inside. There is currently 3 boats in there that all can house about 5 people each.
How many people do we have? Less than 15, right?
I think we've got 10, including Garrick.
load up on the boats.
So
Set sail. Quiet.
perfect. The drawbridge is up on this particular one.
Put the drawbridge down.
Yeah, does it look like it leads up into like an upstairs room or something that we need to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a kind of like a locking mechanism at the top. It kind of looks fucked. Like it looks like it's been attacked. You don't know what it's from. Like it looks possibly like an axe.
Okay, so what it looks like somebody's tried to stop it from opening.
Tried to. Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming this is like a big, thick door.
Can I cast mending on the lock?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, you can cast mending on
join
it.
in on that as well. Okay, I've got that.
With the both of you mending, you can get it up. They didn't do a successful job at it, but you guys make sure that basically, if you let down the drawbridge, it's not going to snap the chain or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or not snap the chain away from their console. Getting that done, you can then drop the drawbridge. No issue with that.
Well, at least I just turned to one. At least any survivors, if there are any, kind of escape.
Yeah.
We've
And
just
I
taken
kinda-
all 3 boats, so
Oh, we only need 2, right? If there's 10 of
Do
us.
we?
Hey, how's 5?
not fair.
Yeah.
And I
it's
I
only
tried
take
to
3 boats?
I don't think we have a need to take all 3.
Just take the 2, then that way you can probably fill up. And we slowly paddle. Slowly.
You don't have many issues. You do see a few spiders as they were floating on the surface previously. You, from time to time, you see that big kind of squid creature come up and like try to get one. And sometimes the spiders get away, sometimes they don't. You do see it come up rapidly towards the ship, and you think for a second it's gonna get you. Then you notice both of your ships start going a little bit faster as it's pushing you. You think the whatever magics are within are basically controlling this animal from to assist essentially. And you are pushed to the side of the city. You are out of the Court of Chavaig.
Yay, we're over here.
Are there any spiders visible on this
Yep.
side?
So not yet, but you do
Not
notice
yet.
that are some
I don't like
spiders are starting to go to the walls of the city. It looks like they are leaving this city now.
Do they look like they're leaving with purpose, or are they just fleeing?
Not both. Neither. It looks like they're kind of just leaving the city. Like it looks like it's not like they're making any like fast attempts at doing it, though, but it looks like they are just kind of now wandering. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Looks like whatever was controlling them is no longer doing
They're now
so.
just acting like spiders.
That's unfortunate. But I suppose they're not monolithic anymore, so that's good.
And they're not trying to destroy cities.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay. I don't think we have a map, do we? Or does Endestrom have a map?
I'd imagine Endestrom would, but I will leave that with the DM.
I think Ireland probably put over the area.
I mean, I'd imagine Endestrom at least has a world map.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm more
Which is
thinking
what
a
I'll
world
track up
map
now.
because we have to get to the Order of the Hunt right now.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I'll get that up for you.
What? Hang on, let me check. How many people did we say we have? 10.
Yeah. Well, 9 in a body.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
I could have created a hut. Oh, I don't have the spell slot for it, but the hut takes 9 creatures of medium or small.
But, it's fine right now.
Just leave Garrick out there.
Well, he's an object,
just-
right?
Put him on a tether.
I'd
Some-
say for the sake of that, he would not.
Yeah, no,
Fit.
that makes sense.
Well, could we just stand on his body or sit on his body? Like he's
But-
just
We turn him into a bench.
Nah.
part of the decorations.
I think I've been very generous with that. I'd say that's pushing that.
I imagine
Yeah.
there's just a table in the middle. We're all sat round. Garrick's just on the table.
I was gonna say Garrick is the table.
Garrick is the table.
That's what he would have wanted.
It's like those bear rugs that people.
Oh.
I don't know the Cyanide and Happiness skit where there was the guy the doctor who like every time someone broke their arm, he would replace it with like a wooden peg, which is turning them all into furniture.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Anyway,
what's the plan?
I think the plan. What time of day are we at? 11. Is that time up to date?
No, let me put it up just slightly. By the way, something that kind of occurred to me while I was thinking. Your guys' mushrooms in your chest, whoever has it left, is probably getting kind of bad by now.
I thought we got rid of them.
The,
didn't we?
We got rid of them.
Yeah.
We got them all? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, sorry, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
while we
think-
were traveling, we
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
the restoration them,
We did.
or whichever spell it was.
Perfect.
Because I went into the last fight. Missing
In
if I remember
fact-
correctly.
I don't think we did Erilyn because she just got them,
Yes, we didn't do Evelyn, did we?
No.
and we didn't want to have you
Okay.
run out of space.
But Erin will be fine. Erin certainly had a couple of
For
days.
the lying long time. I
Sorry.
think it's basically head to the order of the hunt and just taking it slow and cautiously. And I don't think we would do Garrick until we're
We're safe.
safe. Yeah.
At the very least, away from here.
Oh yeah. A good. If you've
Out
gone
of
like a
spider
whole
country.
day, if you've gone like an entire day without seeing spiders, then maybe. But for the first day of traveling, I
I'd
will
say
not
it's
be
going to
able
take about
do
5
tiny-
days to get to the
Okay.
order, by the way.
Yeah,
For the
we'll have
first
to do it
day,
before then,
I
because
won't have the hut, but the film after the first long rest, I'll be able to pop the hut for every night. We'll just have to leave Garrick outside.
Well, I can't remember how many days Garrick's got left on his gentle
Gentle
toes.
toes.
It's not 5, I
Didn't
can
we
tell you
say
that.
he had Didn't we say he had enough to get here and to get
yeah,
back?
no, it was either to go straight to the hunt or to go here and see how it goes.
So, I think
was
we're
a
gonna
bit
have
of a
to. I
gamble
think where
coming
we
here,
set. I
basically.
think when we set up our first camp, it would be best to
I suppose-
bring our.
Well, we could do it on the second day. I can cast the hut, and someone just has to stay outside.
I mean, we can probably just rotate and have like a watch.
Yeah. I mean, nothing can get in here. It's just
Well, you know, we'll have
Well,
to come out
yes.
at some point.
well, it lasts 8 hours. My
Yeah,
hut.
but it's better to know there's something lurking and watching us than to not.
Well, we can see. It's like a one-way mirror. We see out, but nothing sees us.
Well, it's not
So you
just going
don't
to be
need
a little hut in the middle of nowhere and nobody's using it.
Nope, it is just genuinely a little space, a little dome that we see out of and no one sees through.
No, I know what you're saying, but if someone sees a hut in the middle of a field, they're
No,
going to
no,
go,
no.
that's weird.
It's just a little dome. Like it doesn't create.
I both of your points getting across, just in case. I think we should still
No,
have
no,
help.
it doesn't spawn a hut. It doesn't spawn anything that can be
Okay.
seen.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
if you have a way to get 10 people in, that's fine. If you don't, we're going to have to do that.
Oh no, I appreciate someone's still gonna have to wait outside, but I'm just saying like the reasons for someone being
Little
outside.
girl.
isn't-
Oh
Yeah, just the kids first. No, I'm sure we can just. I mean, I can't leave it because as soon as I leave it, it goes. I have to stay in it. I know it is opaque from the outside of any color.
Well, once Garrick's up, I'm sure the 4 of us, and I gesture to Garrick, myself, Abraham, and Erilyn, can take turns.
Yes, we
I
can
mean,
go
can't
if
be the
someone
first
was to,
time.
if someone was to unfortunately meet their end on the way, I mean, that would work itself out.
You know, the more you speak, the less I like you, Endestrom.
I
You
that
get
like
told that a lot.
Abraham just like goes and fucking like taps him on the top of taps him on the back of the head with his fucking bone saw. No.
I'm not saying I would encourage that. I'm just saying, tragedies happen. I mean, and I gestured to the city.
Abraham again taps his head. No. and then puts it, then sheaves it again.
Anyway, onwards, and then Industrium just takes off walking. And then probably after like 30 feet, he stops and he goes, "Hang on," pulls out the map, and then
Which
goes,
way are we
that way."
going?
It's just actually pulls out the map and goes, "Oh yes, that way."
Yeah, I mean, I imagine Abraham and I are sort of fumbling Garrick between us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd probably send Erilyn up to help navigate.
Like I would say, to me,
To you.
to me.
To me. Wait, hang on.
So, I am gonna ask, what speed are you guys going?
Slow. Well,
Well-
normal, I'd say.
Yeah, normal. Because I've been taking a potion, so it'll be normal for now. Then it'll go slow eventually.
Yeah, it'll be normal for an hour and then it'll be slow.
Wait, how long does your potion last? An hour as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, by the way, I was saying at normal speeds it would take 5 days. If we're gonna go slower, it'll probably take about 7.
I don't think
So
we.
they
But
would.
I think after the first night we set up camp, if it's safe, we were gonna do the Garrick res.
Cool. And I just want to inform.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so in that case, can I have? I'm going to need a stealth check out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Going stealthy requires stealth checks?
How long does Pass Without a Trace last? It's only an hour, isn't it?
Hour? Oh, it's an hour, is it?
Pass without trace, 8 hours. I
Oh,
think.
8 hours, fantastic.
It is,
So,
yeah.
so we still have that then.
Actually, let me just double check that.
I
Concentration
think
up to an
it's
hour.
favourite
Sorry.
terrain.
Ah, it was an hour. Sad.
No, if it's favored
Uh,
terrain, I think it gives it to you.
We are in our favourite
Are
terrain.
we in her favourite terrain?
It is, yeah. She's forest.
Are we in forest?
Oh, interesting. She's got 2 favourite terrains.
Yeah, you get to
Yeah,
pick
well,
two.
she's pretty high level.
I've just seen what her second one is, which is kind of
The caves.
It's Underdark, yeah. While travelling for more than an hour in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain does not slow down your group travel. Your group cannot be lost by magical means, except by magical means. You'll be put in alert to danger when you're engaged in other activity. You can be self-ready at a normal pace. You find twice as much food while tracking creatures. You learn the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. It is all her favourite terrain as well.
So we got
you don't
Erilyn
have
on lookout
advantage.
duty, basically.
Yes. You don't have advantage though. No, you just have the. You can do it at normal speed. Cool.
You know what? I'm loving being poisoned. It's great.
Let's do a Zeus.
So what are you? 5 for Oberon. Joyce is 12.
Well,
Oh, no,
there
she-
We're adding
should have
plus
been
10
another roll.
at the moment.
1 second, there should have been
It's
another
15
roll.
for Oberon.
Are we adding the plus 10 right now or not?
Yeah, pass without trace cast.
Yeah, so
15
it's
for
12.
Oberon.
Yeah.
Joyce gets
22.
It's alright. You're gonna struggle.
Oh,
to do
guys,
worse
I'm
than
sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
me. What have you done? Have you
I
done
rolled
worse
a
than me?
19. I rolled a 19, and then that one.
Oof.
So that is a 1.
Okay, what's the total? Is it just 1?
19. Yeah, I got disadvantage of that.
Yeah, but do you have a
Yep.
bonus?
Give me a second.
He doesn't have a dex mod, do you?
Oops.
I have no disadvantage. So yeah, but
Oh, that's 2 nat ones. That's good. Can we get a third?
Sorry, I'm just doing rolls for NPCs.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to just do a group roll for.
I was gonna say. So they've got all the same stat.
Give me a second.
I know, but
What is up with this little girl? She got 25.
Jesus.
She's sneaky.
She's terrible.
She's sneaky.
She's
there's
a
nine
little
of
girl
those,
from
isn't
Alien. Or aliens.
Perfect. Right.
It's
Okay.
gonna grow up to be just like
got that.
Erilyn.
So Erilyn's gonna do a wisdom.
How do I be like you? Sorry, she's been very quiet there.
Wow!
Oh wow! Hey,
I've- I've-
guys.
I think Zoids is kind of just dealing with the fact because obviously he was having all the fucking visions from the actual spider itself.
Oh,
So he's
yeah,
able to see that while. Okay. So the way I'm going to start doing some of these traveling is kind of just do a reduction in. I'm going to have Erin do a survival check, and that's going to make it, depending on how well she does, your stealth checks are going to be better or worse. If that makes sense. And then I've done an average on everyone. I just think there's going to be just a way of doing it a bit quicker, just so we don't have to get slogged by about a million fucking combats.
And a mini.
Erilyn has rolled a certain thing, so it means that your checks are now only average. So you don't get any bonuses or anything like that. Just gonna do one particular roll. That bonus. You all come out for the day unscathed.
Huzzah.
You get to around, let's say, here-ish on the map.
We're still on the.
We're still on
City
the old
map.
map.
Sorry. You're around here on the map.
Yay. Okay.
And
How
you guys
safe
have.
is the area?
As a safe area, give me a survival check.
I'm actually quite good at those. Apparently not.
And I
That's
have Erin do it as well.
9.
She actually knows
I-
certain things.
Yeah, I was going to ask Evelyn.
They're already worse than you.
Wow.
What are you looking for?
Danger. How safe it looks.
I mean, you can get from what you can get in. It looks pretty safe to you.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
it looks so safe. It's unreal. I've never seen a place look as safe as this.
Oh my god.
I won't bother rolling the second one.
Fancy that one. I mean, that's the third nat one, right?
That's
Yeah,
my
it
second
looks
one,
pretty-
and yeah, third
Pro-
total.
Well, the checks you guys have done, this place looks pretty safe. You don't see any
Always,
spiders around
Abraham,
you.
how safe do you guys feel here?
Come on, everybody. Let's all roll under 10 and just.
What-
This place is paradise.
I think all spiders have died out, guys.
It's
We
where
did
one of the
it.
guards. It's where the guards are looking at each other and like, "You mean you can't see that? See what? Oh."
Abraham like cracks his knuckles and is like, "Do you know what? He'll have a look. He'll have a survival check.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Indeed.
Well, you're
Yeah,
poisoned
you
still,
are. It's
or whatever it is.
you're not
Exhausted.
poisoned. You're you got a heart attack.
He's tired, boy.
He's
Oh,
got
for
the
fuck's
exhaust.
sake! So I rolled an 18, and I rolled an 11. But it's
Oh well,
my
he got
11,
over.
That's the
but my
best.
11's plus 4, so it's 4. It's 15.
15. So you know that there is been tracks of spiders in the area. It's not as paradise as everyone else is screaming. But you think it's relatively safe. You think you probably could have a rest in the for now.
Yeah.
Do you have the spell slots to revive Garrick now?
Let me have a look at my spells.
No.
No,
No.
it's
No,
gonna have to be
fine.
in the morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go to sleep. Bye.
I suppose the three of
What a-
us will just have to.
What? Wait,
cycle.
before
Oh,
I
I
go.
can't cast a hut tonight, so
As
it'll
in,
be- Oh
But
yeah,
what
Yeah,
I-
Abraham
me-
and Erlen. Oh, and Zois, I suppose. Can
But
go
with
as well.
Erlin, I will cast Lesser Restoration on her. If you two will help me restrain her.
I don't think you have to restrain her because it's not a brain mushroom yet, right?
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, I cast
Nor
Lesser
would it have
Restoration.
advanced to the stage.
I cast Lesser Restoration on her.
Perfect. You guys are now cured of the death bloom.
And
No
then
more mushrooms.
I turn
A
around and go,
shame.
now, I know elves can see pretty well in the dark, but I have to admit my eyes are not very good, so I'd prefer to either go while there's light, either before going, like the first watch or the last watch. I'm not very
Well, you
good
can't
in the dark.
leave the hut, right?
I can't cast the hut tonight.
Right, of course.
This is day one. I can cast it from tomorrow onwards, but
There's a lot going on. I've only got one eye right now, you know?
are you going to be good to
I'm
even watch?
fine.
Also, can I ask you about that?
No.
Shame. Yeah, for Indestrum, the only other thing is he'll talk to the college before heading to bed, depending on when his watch is.
There's
I'm going to do a
Fine.
potential history check in Destrum.
5 of us? Or would we
With
do more?
disadvantage, I'd
Especially
say.
with guards,
I wouldn't say
okay.
this is your speciality.
History?
Yes. I'd say this particular subject is not your speciality.
Okay, I was going to say
Like,
plus
you know.
8 on history. Surprisingly average, 13.
13? There's an inkling of this, that you feel like you've heard about it, but nah. You're not sure what the eye is.
Okay. And yeah, I'll do my, I'll establish the watch order.
I mean, is the guard look alright to do a watch?
In all honesty, I think they've seen enough. I
I'm
think
just
it's,
thinking if we do 3 watches with 2 people on each.
that's smart.
You see the guard. I can try. The chef looks very, very
No,
up for it.
no.
I mean,
I'll look at the guards and just say,
Can
at
be.
the end of the day, we just need the pair of eyes more than your hat, your steel. Really.
I kind of look and say, it depends. If you want, the chef can come and watch with me. I'll
No.
keep-
No.
You see him kind of roll out like a leather fucking thing. He's got all like multiple knives, and you see him pull out a fruit knife. I can help.
You can stick to the food. If we really need your help, we will let you know. Don't make me put you to sleep. And I
You
look at the
cannot.
guards. I certainly can put you to sleep if I damn well please. And I look at the guards and I'm just like,
You
again,
cannot. I cannot sleep. Yeah.
I can't
well, it
sleep on him.
depends, right? This is an
I
elf
can't
city.
sleep on
These are
Nothing
all elves.
happens. Nothing
They're all
happens. They're
elves.
elves. You whip it.
But no, I'm actually casting sleep on him.
Nothing happens.
Elves are immune to magical sleep.
He's an elf?
Yeah, we're in the elf city.
Yeah, they're in an elven city.
Well, I would realise that.
No, you've got the slot.
He's tired from
Industrial-
battle. He does it. He's like, oh fuck, I can't.
Damn it. Can I walk over and just crack him over the head when the quarter starts?
Nah.
I'm not.
Okay, so after that kind of thing. So what's the watch thing?
Who can see in
mean-
the dark and who can't?
Elves can, everyone else
Yeah,
can't.
pair one elf up with one who can't. I think Zois can see in the dark as well, right?
Goblins should.
Just double check. Yes, he's got Devil's Sight.
I think probably best if Zois goes with me because my eyesight is currently impaired.
I mean, I don't mind taking the first watch.
And then Erlen can go with one of you guys, and the guard or chef with the other.
I'll take
He's
the
always got
first
the
watch
best eyesight
then.
among
with-
you at the second.
So is it Erlen and Auburn together?
I was gonna say Zoe's.
Oh, Zoe's. Well, Erlen, you want to go, be on watch with me then?
Sure.
And then, wait, who could go with Abraham?
Either the chef or the guard,
The chef.
The chef.
or both.
Both of them.
Both of them,
If-
yeah.
if they're up
both
for
of
it.
them. Will.
So you would need to take it when the sun comes up then.
But it allows me to have a long rest as well.
Well, you won't get the benefits in
Hello.
mechanics until afterwards. So
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But none of you will.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I think Zoe's and I'd be happy to take the middle of the night.
I can start with Erlen because it'll be light enough, and then when it gets dark, I'll be able to work with Erlen.
Cool.
Um,
so Team EE.
Fires/light. How do we feel? Keep low profile and complete darkness around us, or a little bit of light? What are we thinking?
We've gotten quite far from the city, right?
Yeah.
Have we encountered any spiders this far out?
Oh,
You have, but your stealth is
Stealth.
you bypass them essentially.
Okay, yeah, probably not fires. Maybe we'll have a small fire while it's still daylight.
Yeah,
Do food and stuff, and then
and then kick it
And
out
then get
before
rid.
it gets dark.
yeah.
How cold is it, or is it quite warm at the moment? Can
Quite
evening-
warm. I mean, it's quite a temperate climate. It's the Elven land, and it's quite sunny, and a bit closer to
And
the
the-
equator.
And then in the nights, has the temperature dropped all that much, or has it been quite mild nights too?
Quite mild nights.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll sit down to do my ritual to speak to the college, and then do the first watch.
While he's taking
Cool.
his first watch, I would also like to do something. I'm going to spend some time making some jeweler's tools.
What do you?
It's an artificer thing I can do.
Yeah, I hope I gather that. Don't worry.
Right
Um,
tool for the job.
So, anything else anyone's doing just before we're going to long rest mode?
I don't think so.
You know what? Just
Perfect.
because I may as well,
Alright.
just in case, I'm going to bonus action second wind.
I thought you had to do that in. Do you not?
No,
Combat?
it's just a bonus action.
Just fair enough.
There's no reason not to right now.
Yeah, get back some health.
It'll come back on the long rest anyway, so. Cool.
Good deal. So, as
Yeah.
you are.
College.
So, who's over on first watch? Can I have a D100 out of you?
Oh, can I talk to the college first before we go into the
Yeah, sure.
long rest mode? Good evening.
Evening.
We managed to destroy the head of the what was this? I forgot what the city was called. What was it?
What's a Travaig?
Yes, that. We managed to defeat the head at the court of Stravaig. It seemed to amalgamate multiple personalities into one, and they still saw themselves as human. And I kind of conjure like an image of what we saw to send to them, like through just like in my mind. I send it to them so they can see it, and it was a monstrosity I have never encountered before. I don't even know how this would even be possible. From what we saw, though, it was very much hive mind workings. It seems that the spiders were at its beck and call, but now that it's defeated, the spiders are leaving the land, but neither fleeing nor moving with purpose, just moving.
A disturbing thought.
Yes.
For sure.
I, from what I've gathered from this past, I do not understand how such a creature came to be. Like, when the cavern was opened, yes, the spiders kind of overran the land, but how they did so much damage in such a coordinated fashion and so quickly. It troubles me some as to what may be behind this, truly behind this.
Well, you said they were from the pit. Any chance you can get more information on what was in down there?
I will do my best to gather some more information, but I get the sense that these people saw a lot down there, and they're not quick to chat about it. I also one of the party, one of the members is, and I kind of conjure the image of the eye again to kind of just describe about the eye.
We'll see if we can get the researchers on that, but it might take some time. We don't have many resources available in that regard.
I appreciate. We are currently heading towards the Order of the Hunt, however. We should hopefully be able to revive the one that was fallen, and we should be making a stop at the Order of the Hunt. Is there any messages you wish me to bring, or is there any... do you have any other things you want me to look into?
Meet with the party. We're kind of interested in them. They seem to be an interesting bunch with some secrets we might be interested in. The hunt, just watch. We don't know what they are as an organisation. They seem to be somewhat hostile at stages, so we're cautious. So we just might want to make sure that we know what they are doing.
And as for the noises north of the college,
Noises?
you said to me that there was. Hang on, let me find it again. I didn't make notes. I just don't have them open. The Northern Alliance and their aggression towards Polchania.
Nothing
So-
yet. I know that they're gearing up after, especially the taking of Uro. They are gearing up a massive. I don't know if they're going to go to war. We don't know if they're going to come up with a truce. We're not sure, but we're keeping an eye out. And we know that they're now being pushing pressure onto our country as well to join them.
That's unfortunate. Are we remaining neutral in this, or are we going to have to raise our banners?
We're going to try remaining neutral, but we're not the. We've only got one seat on the council. We're not sure.
I will see what I can do to strengthen our position. Maybe we could form some other alliances.
Do what you can do. And
Very well.
we'll leave you with that. Report back to us tomorrow.
Good evening to you all.
Bye.
And yes, Indestrum doesn't keep his half of the conversation quiet.
These guys don't trust me. Looking at them dead in the eye.
Abraham just kind of fucking just looks.
No, it's more like Indestrum just kind of walks around the camp, like looking around, just idly chatting, like he's on the phone. But you, like, not loudly so you hear it, but like quietly that you can hear if you listen. If it makes sense.
Well, Abraham would be listening because he doesn't. Especially with 1 second.
Actually, 1 second.
Sorry, I thought I just heard my cat scrapping with a dog. I'm sure.
Okay.
Don't know.
So,
I'm Mum. Love you.
after this conversation ends, can I have
Again?
a D100?
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Love you too.
That's a 65.
65. You hear for your thing, nothing aggressive, nothing comes close. You hear some elves sound like they're peddling merch. like you hear them in the darkness. You can't see them, because I don't think either of you can see anyone. But they're a bit far off. Right. Aaron probably could. Yeah, you basically hear them kind of go, hey, you wanna buy this? You wanna buy this?
I lean over to Aaron and I'm like, do you feel like that's one of those trap think spiders that we saw before?
Yes.
Don't beat around the bush, do you?
I mean, let's be honest. Would you see any other elves in the area?
I
doing
just
this?
I look behind. Just like, oh, there's these.
Yeah, those elves just look very, very horrified and, you know.
Yeah, it's just like really somber. Take your point.
The fact that there are some of them still doing implies that some of them get caught, which is a worrying thought, depressingly.
Sometimes you can't account for the intelligence of people.
Indeed. Okay, but that is what happens on your long rest. Like, nothing else
Cool.
happens.
I'll be right back.
Second thing, I believe, is Bailey. And,
Yes.
Zois.
Me and
Can I
Zois.
have a D100 from you?
The 100. Boop. A boop. A boop. It is 3.
3. Interesting. So, can I have a perception check from yourself and Zois?
I roll 2 for
Think about it,
Zoe.
yeah, I've just chopped the 2 poison people. That's just given. I'm thinking about it.
So what's that? 13 and a 14.
Wow. I'll accept that from Zoe's. It's really good for Zoe's.
Awesome. Okay, with a 13 and 14, you you hear the voices of elves, along with the clops of some horses, like the hoofs. And you're gonna hear some of the tracks led this way. Come on, let's see if we can find them.
Does it sound, can we see them? Or do we just hear them?
Just hear them for now. But it sounds like they're coming towards you, but you don't think they're.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
That
I'm gonna like pull out my gun, sort of hide it underneath my cloak. I'll sort of gesture to Zoe, like, if you hear shooting, wake everyone up. And I'm gonna head towards these very slowly.
Can I just ask one question? Oh yeah, that was it. The raven was in my pocket. So when we started walking, I would have got the raven out, and the raven will be like keeping a watch out as well.
Yeah.
I forgot about the raven.
So, as you walk towards the voices, you see 2 elves on horseback. They are wearing a lot of furs on them, but you'd say it's probably closer to, like, they got leather armor underneath. Looks like they just wrap themselves up. They got bows slung over their shoulders, and obviously a quiver on their back. And they got a pair of binoculars, both of them, very rudimentary ones. Like, they look like they're looking over the area, even though it's fairly dark. They haven't seen you yet.
I mean, I've never seen a trapper be this elaborate, so I will call out to them in Elvish. I'll sort of put a hand up. Not the one holding the gun, funnily enough. But the other hand, my other hand up. Hello there. Where? It's a dangerous land you're entering.
You see them kind of both react, pulling out like their bows, not pointing you at like immediately, but you look, they're like kind of they're holding the string, yeah. And you see them, both of them, talking to each other, not acknowledging you yet. You think it's a trap spider, possibly?
I'm not a trap spider. I can assure you of that.
That's exactly what a trap spider would say.
I mean, I can teleport, and that, I guess, prove it, right? You've never seen one teleport. Do it, did they say?
Yeah.
I teleport about 10 feet to my left.
Alright. Sorry, and you see them kind of unwind. We have to be cautious. So
I
hope
fully
you appreciate it.
understand.
What are you doing out here? It's, I mean,
Well, we just had... Well, I have some friends down the way. We had a lovely trip to the capital.
capital. We thought they'd fallen.
Yes.
We were just scouting out for our
It had-
well,
Are you from the Order of the Hunt?
we are indeed 2 loyal members. We're an expeditionary force. We're just seeing what part we could try retaking.
As I'm sort of having this conversation, can I just be inspecting above them to see if I can see any webs?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
8.
You don't see any webs above them.
Yeah.
Where are you heading? Maybe we can help. We've done most of the scouting we need to do around here.
We're heading towards the refugees that have made their way to your lands. I have some members that have family that have ended up with you.
I've not heard of any yourself, but we've been out for a couple of days. Maybe they got in before we did. If you like, we can escort you back. We have a camp about 5 miles, which kind of points in the westerly direction. We have a caravan. Maybe you can join us back to the Order with.
Perhaps. When will we be departing?
Would say around 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay. Once we're ready to travel, we will make our way to you.
Awesome. Keep an eye out. Just tell if we're not there, just to tell the guards on post that the arrow flies at midnight. Then they should be okay.
Very well. Thank you. Tell them to expect roughly 10 people.
10. Wow. We're walking around with a huge party.
What can we say? We found some very lucky souls.
We thank you for that, at least. Okay, right. And they will kind of give you a bit of a wave, and then right off.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back to the group. I'll sort of explain the exchange I had with Zoys. It didn't seem like trap spiders. They were very articulate and responded to me. So, you know. Could be alright.
It's good to see them out, I suppose.
I do have to question the use of binoculars in the dark, though. that was his takeaway.
Maybe they can use them. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're just mental.
Who knows? Who knows?
So,
yeah, I mean, once the next watch wakes up, I tell them that that's happened as well.
Oh,
Yep.
man, want it.
So, Abraham, you wake up. You're with the 2 NPCs. The end of your watch is ended, by the way. I'd say I don't think anything else happens that night. Only two, not many encounters will happen at this time.
Okay.
So,
I'm just keeping an eye on the chef then, making sure it doesn't do anything
course.
stupid.
The chef looks like he's pulled out. You think baby spiders out of his thing, out of his bag? It seems to have collected, and it looks like he's making a noodle broth. You don't know how. He's got this kind of heated pot that's not heated of a fire. He offers you. He's like, "Would you like some? It's quite delicious."
Abraham is very wary, but he has been fighting. He's used a lot of spells, and he's very drained and not feeling the best. So he'll accept it. Well, trying to put on a happy face, but you can tell at the same time that he's not going to enjoy this. But
Okay.
yeah, he'll take it.
So you take a bite.
Yes.
It's fucking delicious. It's the right amount of spices, herbs, everything, and you can tell it's just spider juicy meats inside of it.
Mhm.
But they add to the soup. You compared to the dishes they ate in the Underdark, which they were just spider meats, and you had to eat it. Here,
Yeah.
this guy is woven it in with elven dishes, everything. He's loving it, and
Yeah.
it's probably one of the best MBUs you've eaten, especially considering where you come from and your kind of lifestyle. This is probably one on the higher end of meals you've eaten in your life.
I think literally you just see Abraham just stop and do a prayer to Arridge of how thankful he is for tasting this in his life. He even stopped after the mouthful. He even gets a couple of candles out and does a little ceremony for it. Then continues eating and then thanks the chef profusely.
Ah, oui, oui. These guys get more and more French as I
He's a chef, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Every chef is French. That's the law.
As I said, this is why I've been hunting them so ferociously. These the taste profile of these spiders, if cooked properly, oh, they melt in your tongue. The meat. If you put a little bit of venom, oh, a nice little twing in the back of the throat as well. So yeah, that's what happens on your shifts. Everyone can take a long rest.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Guy. What a guy.
Oh, I'm awake. It's time to roll some dice.
It's time to.
It's time to
Where
roll.
is it? Here it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
still in love with
Let's see. Do I
exhaustion,
get
perfect.
poisoned from my kidney failure? Yeah.
I need to do that for Zois as well, don't I?
Yeah. Well, just do a long rest. If you want to do a medicine check, you can see if I don't.
I can't do a long rest on Zois.
I can do a long rest on Zoys. Do you want to do a medicine check for Zoys?
Yes.
Because he probably will remind you. Well,
I'll help.
Didn't wouldn't be. So you can do it with advantage. Well, you can do it straight because
Yeah.
it's a.
Doesn't matter which one of us does it.
Can I
it's
can
gonna
I
be
can I roll?
straight.
Should I roll it as Zois or as Abraham?
You do it as Zoy. Do it as you. Do it as you. Do not do it as Zoys. He's got no fucking medicine.
Yes, it's got +3.
He's got +4 actually.
+3 on my screen. I've got +4.
Oh right. Then do it as you. Do it as you. You've got a better medicine.
Four as well. Ooh.
I should have been using my high roller dice.
What'd
Because
you get?
9.
9. I don't believe that's a pass if I'm remember correctly. So he's still stuck on 2. Right. Do me a medicine. Do me a. I think it's a Constitution check. There one.
Who's
I can't
dying?
remember. No one.
It's just our
Oh.
poison rolls. Oh yeah, I believe his is a DC
Constitution.
10
I shall
con
do
save.
that on Zois.
Yay! At least he's not poisoned.
Pretty good fucking roll as well. So in that case, Zoe's not poisoned. Oberon is, and you got a day of travel.
Yay.
Would you be aiming for that camp?
Yeah, I would have told everybody once they're up.
Yes.
So just remind me, who were these people? Was it just a group of, like, they were just gathering
They were-
survivors to head to the hunt?
They were scouts.
By the way,
from the place that
Luke.
we
By the
wanted
way,
to go.
Abraham is going to hide his tabard.
Sorry, I did not hear you, Bailey.
They're scouts from the place we want to go,
What order
and
of the hunt?
they're heading back. So.
Okay.
They also said they're the caravan.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, are we reviving Garrick first?
I
we
think that's
should.
probably going to be for the best.
Yes. I also think if you have the energies available, that we should send a message to Ellen's father and Rain. Or one,
Uh,
or one of.
Let me. That's going to be a lot of spell slots.
I'd like to know. Well, at the very least, I'd like to know that Rain hasn't just, been murdered on her way there.
Okay, so I can
I
do
mean,
all of it.
If you could teach me message, I can then, assist in sending messages.
I can teach you sending.
Sending.
You
Does
get the
that
gold
work?
requisite.
Let me just remind myself. Bonus, you can magically create a tiny code produces the time you must spend to copy a spell into your spell book equals 2 minutes per spell level. Cool. And then how much does it cost for spells? I can't remember.
I think it was like 50 per level.
Yeah, well, look. What level is sending?
3.
150.
Where is my inventory? I have 50 right now. Need to get some more coin, but unless anyone can help.
Okay. So tell me what you want to do in the order and what you want to do it.
Okay, so what I think the order will be best as, well, before I turn to a suggestion, I would say, I think I'm probably poorer than you, Ancestrum.
We've just spent 2 weeks in a hole.
We know that the way this party makes gold is just nicking off dead people, isn't it?
Yeah, we loot Cameron's dead characters. That's how we get gold. Speaking of, let me rummage through Garrick's pockets. I'm joking.
I've been robbed. What the fuck, guys?
I trusted you.
That's your first mistake.
May Average be praised, we found gold.
What's the plan?
I think we should resurrect Garrick, send a message to Evelyn. No, send a message to Rain, and then to Evelyn's father.
Oh yeah.
And just to give you all guys a heads up, that is a massive strain on Abraham, and a lot of his power is diminished from that.
Well, hopefully, if we join this caravan, we won't need to fight for a few days.
In that case, firstly,
That's a good point, actually. Do I get my eye back now?
yes,
It sort of reforms.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't let.
it's a bit of a weird feel. Like you probably could have felt it when you were trancing. Like you kind of just, it's like a the 3D printer where you kind of like grow it from the bottom up.
Funky. Yeah, I imagine I had it covered, and I won't let on that it has come back.
Cool. So, firstly, Abraham, I want so this. Bear in mind, this is a 6-second process with Revivify. I want you to describe how Revivify feels to you. It's quite a bit of resurrection magic. It's obviously quite a daunting thing. So I want to see what this does with Abraham. How does Abraham cast this?
So the way Abraham casts it is literally by, like as if he places the blood on the floor. He unwraps it because it was covered in cloth. Make sure the coins are still seated correctly. Places like the diamonds around that's needed. Lights candles. Doesn't immediately start, but first does a prayer to Arich to make sure that the soul is safe, unharmed, and willing, and then begins casting the ritual. But to start off, he talks to the body, like some of the memories that he has with him, like down in the mines with the explosive pipes.
Okay.
Um,
It's an impressive
it's
6
not-
seconds.
Well, yeah, the cast is quick, but this is ritual beforehand.
Yeah.
But doing this also feels very unnatural. Abraham, even though he has been brought back from the dead, and other people have been brought back from the dead, he doesn't enjoy doing it because the dead should rest. Zoe's is a constant pain in his heart, seeing the poor dead come back and forced to fight. But alas, a need needs a must, and Irish will understand that.
So,
but yeah,
with that, I think, and you were saying you'll cast it, yeah? Just to confirm?
Yep.
Awesome. I think we're going to do a very quick flashback in time. So, we never described it. We're going to go back to the scene of Garrick's death. Down the dark cave, Garrick is kind of single-handedly fighting at the stage this large spider, running back and forth. And then suddenly, as he jumps out of the way, he takes a bite from the spider. And Garrick collapses to the floor. And after a few moments, he succumbs to his wounds. Garrick, you find yourself at peace. You're raising, and you hear, as others have, the scream in the void. This figure being ripped apart and put back together, screaming, "Help me!" And you cannot recognize their figures, but to you, you're still rising, and you feel like kind of, I'd say, a sense of smell of nature. You've kind of very much a a desert. Kind of that heat, hot, dry winds kind of blowing through. Probably you smell a few of the few life out there, but it calls to you, and you feel peaceful. But then you feel the air in this void change. You hear a voice boom out, distorted. You cannot recognize what this voice is, but you hear one boom out. The first has been picked up. You see above you the hole you were about to enter in seals with a loud clang, and you hear it, a cacophony of bangs across the whole void. You see that souls trying to drift into multiple areas cannot now, and they are stuck there just for the second. But you see that there is only one hole left in this afterlife, and it's calling out with kind of a more angelic choir. You are pulled into it, and you feel like you shouldn't be where you are now, but you are pulled into it nonetheless. And you notice souls to your left and right. Some look like they are satisfied at where they've gone. Some look horrified at where they are going. You are pulled up into a kind of grassland, a peaceful kind of meadow. Not a meadow, but more like fields. You see mechanical windmills in the distance, and a few buildings that seem to rotate mechanically. Someone comes up to you with long black robes, similar to Abraham's, looking at you. Welcome, Garrick. Your troubles have rested. You're in Lord Arridge's plane now.
Eyes go wide.
You shall be peaceful here for the rest of your eternity.
And just starts shaking the head and like looking terrified.
I think we should do some time skips. I imagined that Garrick himself would probably be trying to lead this place, but right?
Oh, 100%. He is not happy here.
Garrick runs around this area, and he sees a lot over his couple of days while up here. He sees figures trying to stop him. No, you're in paradise now. Others will join you. Everyone will join you.
No.
Do not worry. It's only a shame we couldn't get everyone else before us. And you notice they are aggressively trying to stop you. And after a while, after a couple of days, you are tired. You've run around, and they are starting to drain on you. You're not as strong as you were in the human world. You feel like this spiritual plane is taking away your main strengths. And just as you're getting down, you see a cord in front of you. Looks like a piece of rope, completely golden, but I imagine with one thread of darkness going down it now. And it's saying to you, take it. We can escape.
How can I trust it?
It cannot be worse.
Oh, it can. It definitely can.
This will return you back to your mortal life.
Am I still in that cave?
No.
Very well. I'll grab it.
And you grab it. You are yanked back through the void, yanked past the screaming figures, and you think you see hands trying to grab you back into this afterlife. But you are able to escape. You are yanked back down into your body. You're looking up at a forest of trees in front of you, and I imagine Abraham looking down on you.
And Abraham places out like a gentle hand on his chest. Welcome back, Great Warrior.
I imagine there's also a recognition, like you're seeing the robes looking down at you, which is I imagine a bit of a contradictory sight.
Seeing the what?
The robes of Abraham.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
Yes,
back.
you are back and definitely not in that hole.
I kind of
Uh,
sit up. And I just like do pull Abraham into a massive hug. I'm just like, you saved me. Thank you.
Believe you me, it was not an easy thing. And I kind of gesture to the little camp that we're in.
Yeah, around you, you see a sight. You see a kind of the party you've obviously been traveling with. You see an extra wizard and a bunch of what look like elven refugees. You can probably guess. They look a bit bedraggled. You also see a chef menacingly standing in a corner with a butcher's knife.
What's wrong with him? Pointing at the chef.
I've nicknamed him myself as Butcher Pete. He likes cooking spiders and killing spiders. But by
Spiders?
gosh,
There's spiders up here.
Wait.
Where?
I grab him and say, yes, the spiders have escaped. But oh my god, can he cook them deliciously? Average be praised, they're delicious.
And I just kind of grab him by the front, just like, you said we were out of the cave. We were supposed to get away from it all.
We are out of the cave, just not away from it all.
Where are we? Where are we?
I gesture. We are in the forests. Near Evelyn's home, if you remember.
They made it this far?
Oh, there's a lot to recap. And at that point, I kind of whistle for Oberon.
Yeah, Elrond would come over.
I'm like, we have a friend back. And not only that, he said, we kind of need to give him an update of what's happened, as he's in a bit of shock.
I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. It's not safe.
I think Oberon would respond to that with, I can assure you we ain't going back to that hole. The amount of effort it took to get you out.
Not the hole. Not the hole. Back there. And I look up. Not there.
I just look at Abraham. Sort of like, what?
He pulled me back. I don't ever want to go back there. Death is not our friend.
Abraham looks at Garrick in shock and wanting to know more. I get Abraham just like, Garrick? What did
Garrick
you
is
say?
Garrick is just currently just shaking and just that just staring into. Even though he's looking into the woods, you can see that his eyes aren't seeing the woods. He's somewhere else. Yeah, that's the term.
I think Oberon would come round in front of him. Garrick, while you were gone, some things happened, and he'd start unwrapping the bandage on his face to reveal his eye. Just like a floating mass inside his head.
It got worse. Tell me, what about the mushrooms? Are we safe?
That's a good question. I don't know about your mushrooms. Would his mushrooms be a thing?
Yes.
They would. I think we need to get rid of
And
those.
Abraham, while still having a hand on his chest, casts.
Would it be at a point that I would resist?
No. They're not brain mushrooms. They're just death bloom. So they don't have any effect on your neural.
Okay, cool. I look over and go. Did this happen in that when I went down?
Oh, you went down, and through sheer luck, we managed to trap the spider. There was a chamber beneath a den, and we found this. It showed us visions of the past, but it also tried to keep us locked in a paradise. It wasn't until we rejected said paradise that it showed us our... I guess it showed us our trauma.
You were promised a paradise. There's no paradise. Erilyn. Where is she?
Yes.
I just look at her. Next time, go into a dark cavern, and we are told to be quiet. Don't fucking shoot the big thing!
Oh. I thought that was the purpose.
I'm just glad you're all safe. Well, at least alive.
Yeah, Oberon just gives you a nod, and like he'd probably reach out a hand to try and lift you up.
I'd say at this point, like, as you're kind of lifting him up, a raven just, like, appears in front, like, hovering right in front of Garrick's face. The hell is that?
We've picked up some people since. It's been a hell of a journey. And I guess I'll introduce Garrick to our refugee friends and Indistrum.
Yeah, well,
At this point, Indestrum's cloak is billowing. Well met, fellow traveller. My name is... This just goes into the grand speech. My name is Indestrum and Nosin. It is a pleasure to meet you. I met you when you were, lifeless. So it's a pleasure to see some life in you now. Garrick is more shocked, probably, by the appearance.
Love that cloak.
Me too.
Below.
Below. I just love it how you use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
Best magic item.
100%. And it worked, and I think it gave it to the right character for it. Yeah, that's the point. My mage arm would be off, so I would cast that again. Still lasts 8 hours.
Always will tap himself.
Yep.
Yeah, and Gary turns and goes, "You need some time. There's a lot to process."
Yeah, I think Oberon would just pat on the shoulder and sort of explain what's happening, where we're going. We're about to go meet this caravan in a moment. And, get him up to speed. And then just leave him to process.
Yeah. I think that's completely simple.
Yeah, I'd say for the rest of the day, Garrick will be very withdrawn, kind of like very much any sounds like snapping of twigs or anything. Like like a rescue dog when they're like out on a walk, they get very nervous around everything.
Yeah.
Garrick is on 1 HP as well.
Yeah, Garrick very much is just completely on edge. Every little thing he's looking at, and he'll be very quiet and withdrawn. And so unless anyone speaks to him, he won't be saying much.
But yeah.
Also, he kind of turns around and goes, "Guys, I don't like this place. I'm very uneasy here. I get a very bad feeling."
Of course, I forgot.
I only just remembered.
What have you guys remembered? Because I don't.
The Hugh axe. Because I forgot about it. I wanted to do it as well.
I just suddenly remembered we're in a forest.
Even funnier.
It's like it's taking Garrick this long to process. He's in a forest, and now he's like,
Oh no.
"We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here, guys. We need to leave. I don't like it here."
Don't
So
worry,
like
we're
he was
making
on
hay.
edge. Now he's like super on edge.
He's just paranoid.
Yeah. The trees, they speak.
No, that's not, I love fucking magical items from D&D. It's so fucking random flavoured decks.
I would, if Garrick had come back on 1 HP, I'd put 2 cure wounds into him as well, just for the sake of it. So,
Cool.
16 and then 13, so 29.
I've got the sheet camera, don't worry.
Yeah, as I said, unless anyone speaks to him for the rest of the day, he'll very much just be jittery, like his arms are in, like close to his chest, and he's just probably shaking a lot. Especially with the axe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Aubrun would be making conversation with him, but I think he'd be sticking nearby. Because it's weird seeing Garrick be like this.
Yeah.
I think, the only other thing we wanted to do before we left was message Rain, right?
Yes.
And best friend and his dad.
and
Not
his
his dad.
Yeah,
I mean, if
Erlen's
you're
dad.
worried about spell slots, I don't think Erlen's dad is as important. Because we know that he's
well, I've
somewhere and he's safe.
well, I've already used a spell slot to get rid of his thing now, so I might as well use them. I've used most of my spell slots already.
Cool.
So we'll first contact Rain. And well, in my opinion, I think we should. Rain, how's your situation? Have you made it there yet? Anything else you'd add to that?
So that's 11. 25 words to respond. That brings us up to 21. I think that's probably alright. XOXO.
Yeah. Go. Do you know what? Yeah, because do you know what? I'll do like a couple of X's at the end of this.
Hugs and kisses.
Yes.
What you'd hear back,
Or in fact, we are heading there.
what you'd hear back is complete fucking nonsense to you.
Oh shit! I've
And
not
you
got my
can
amulets anymore.
Actually, no,
She's got the amulet.
amulet.
She's got it.
amulet. Okay.
She's got the amulets, so it's okay.
So, oh, it's a shame. I would have thought that funny. Right. So, what was it exactly you said? Just want to confirm.
One
Did you get back?
Hey Rain, are you? How is your condition? Are you all okay? I think it was.
Yeah, and then 25 words to respond. I can't remember the exact wording, but that was the gist of it.
Gotcha. Right. Just want to confirm. Right. I'm a bit injured. Lost 4 members of our group. Just me and 2 villagers left.
Jeez.
The Order is keeping us alive, but we are prisoned.
Fuck's sake. Fucking elves.
I relayed this immediately back to fucking Aubrun, and is he like as I'm doing this, I whisper it in his ear because I now don't trust fucking our new companion. Indestrum.
Man, just everyone is so isolationist. I hate it.
It's almost like they're separate nations who don't trust.
Hey,
every other
don't get me wrong. I come from the capital of isolationism, to the point where they're in a different dimension anyway.
nation.
Well, we're gonna have to. I suppose we'll beeline there. Once we're across the border, hopefully they won't imprison us.
How many people went with Rain?
A good group.
There's a good few.
And there's 2 of them left and Rain.
Yep.
Yikes.
He's hoping they've still got our fucking 200 gold of goods.
Mm. Oh no, they won't.
Yeah, if that's been stolen, I tell you what, I'm kicking off.
Nah. There has been no one I do not agree with this.
I listed it. Yeah, it was. Oh no, it was only 100. 100 electrums worth of goods was with the villagers. Right, well, if we're all ready, I suppose we should head over to the caravan.
Yeah.
I'll go first, in case it is dodgy, because I can teleport.
Can I? I'm gonna have a survival check out of someone. If you want me to do it as Erilyn, she can.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd get advantage
I
if it's
think
her favorite
that's
terrain,
for
right?
the best, yeah.
I've just got to check before I start doing shit by myself.
No, that's cool.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
That's the point. Mine, it was 600 GP of diamond we got from that thing, wasn't it?
So I still got some
So we
left.
still got.
Plus, I still got some from the previous one as well.
She would also track up a passport of trace.
Does anybody actually have that written down? The diamonds.
Well, the amount of diamonds.
Yes.
I do.
Good.
Before we get any further, can I hide these diamonds on my person?
Oh, sleight of hand.
Would you like to put them in the magic bag?
Yes,
Remember,
I'd
it's
like to.
Remember, it's now 300 GP, right?
Okay, so if we chuck them in the magic bag.
Yep.
Just so that no one can see them.
Right. Pass without a trace is pass.
Diamond. 5,000 GP. Why, thank you.
Wait, 5,000? What?
Oh, that's the one that's on there. I'm gonna change it.
Yeah, I was going by the actual cost GP.
So, what's everyone's? Can I have stealth rolls from everyone?
We got pass without a trace up, yeah?
Yes.
Let's do Zoids.
Is this just for travel to get there?
Yeah.
Cool. So I will say I'm not gonna sneak towards the camp. I will. That's another nat 1. Can somebody just shoot me?
You're doing really well on
Fuck
those. aren't
me. Like, don't get me wrong, I got disadvantage, but that's a lot of nat 1.
24 from the little girl again, by the way.
you? Of course.
I got an 8 and a 6.
Stealthy, stealthy, stealthy. That's the 10.
Zoids here, helping carry it.
28.
Man, I need to get fixed.
I need to get fixed as well.
28. What did Abraham get?
I got 6.
What
16.
did Zoids get?
Zoids did really well, if I remember correctly.
17 plus 10.
I don't know why I can't zoom up.
And what did Auburn get?
I got 15 total.
15.
That's with the plus 10.
And divided by 10.
You know, I vote. Once we're sort of safe, we have a sabbatical, you know?
Okay. So, roll. Bumps this. Perfect. So, you guys are able to travel without any issues once again. Managing to get to the encampment, or at least close to it. You see that there are some elves. One of them looks like he's got his hand on the string for his bow. Like he looks like he's ready to shoot fucking anything that gets close to this caravan.
Yeah. As I approach, I'll put both my hands up so that I can see see my hands, and I'll sort of walk towards them.
Okay. They'll obviously keep an eye on you. 2 guards walk out as well, like underneath the one that's sitting on top of the caravan with the bow. Alt, who goes there?
We met some. Well, I met some scouts last night. We're heading your way, and they said we could come with you.
What's the code?
I believe they told me to say the arrow flies at midnight.
All right. And you see them kind of relax. Fine. Scouts aren't back yet. We'll have to wait for them to get back to travel with them, but they should be back in probably about 1 or 2 hours. How many are there?
There
Of
are
you?
10.
Just you? Okay. Come in quickly, if possible.
Fantastic. I'll sort of wave or whatever to the others. Gesture them to come.
You see them like kind of keeping an eye out, the fucking like the variety of what's coming into this camp.
It's been a long few days.
I just love like the sense of like there's the party who look fairly okay apart from Auburn's eye and the goblin. Then there's all the refugees, and then there's Garrick.
And then you look at Abraham there, like he looks okay, but at the same time he looks fucked.
To be
You'd
fair,
see-
looking at us, like Aubrey would definitely be walking with a limp and keeled over because he's got kidney failure and a pierced stomach. We've got Abraham who's fucking exhausted and like dying of heart problems.
Yeah.
You'd see that when the manor guard comes past, obviously just kind of, they stop her. Yeah, they stop her. Take her weapon.
Whoa. What's the issue here?
They do to preserve and respect. You get in the camp now. They're very much just focusing on the manor guard itself. Like, they're not putting any hostilities against anyone else, just their manor guard. They're taking her weapon.
How
Yeah,
does the
I
man
step
god
in
react
between.
to this?
You obviously think that she wants to keep her weapon, and she starts to get riled up immediately, but kind of a bit of shame kind of washes over her after a couple of seconds, and then she kind of like walks in with her head hang low.
And they're not saying anything to us.
No. No, to you, they're very much. It seems like they've been quite polite in regards of, it looks like you're refugees, especially you're bringing in elven refugees. Like, all right, come on, we've got some food on the fire. Well,
Hang on. No. What happened? What is wrong here?
I think I'd probably, as he's saying this, I'd sort of quick sidebar. I put my arm around his neck and like turn him around. Like, remember when we were attacked by a bunch of manor guard? I'm guessing there's something more at play here.
Weren't exactly in their right mind.
They weren't, but what if it is their fault? What if they let the spiders come in? I think, let's leave it at this for now. I'd rather get to where we're going than start a fight.
The fuck is wrong?
Everything. What isn't wrong with people?
okay.
Very true.
If you are not doing any actions, you're let in. You see that the manor guard is. You see that she's brought a bowl, but she's not brought as much food as they are giving everyone else.
I give her some of mine.
Yeah, I think I would divvy some up as well.
They give you looks. They don't stop you. It's not as though, it's not as though they're being hostile to us. Like they're not putting in manacles or anything like
Just
that. They're just
disrespectful.
yeah.
Listen, may have issues with them. I don't care what your beef is. We're all survivors at the end of the day. We're all just trying to live. Whatever the fuck happened, you can sort out when we're safe. But for now, let's just be peaceful. Let's look after each other and get the fuck out of these lands.
As we planned.
Then you can have as much beef as you guys want.
I can see I can imagine the chef is liking the word beef.
Everyone's in the back, like, refraining from making a joke about beef.
Yeah.
I want to say it. I want to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I'm gonna say it.
They I think they mostly ignore you, but they're just trying to keep an eye on the camp, and they don't do anything else to her. But again, they're not
No,
doing any actions towards her. They're just not.
Yeah.
Like every time if she approaches them or like they ask what she asks for food, they're very, very frigid with her. You also notice the chef is now gone over to the fire, and you think he's putting stuff into the stew as well.
I'm just gonna fucking leave him to it. I think for the most part, I'd probably try and keep our group together as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like look at Auburn like, what should we do about rain? But like, I say it quietly. I don't fucking.
We all sat around together.
You can
talking about this.
understand. It depends. Like I can see where the order would be coming from. You've seen these like spiders have attacked, and these people that you've never seen before have appeared.
Yeah.
Hopefully, once we get there, we can sort anything out. If not, it's gonna be another prison break. And I say that like really quietly.
Yeah.
Would you be saying this so Indestrum can hear?
No, not that
No.
last bit. The first bit, yes, but the prison break bit is just between Auburn and Abraham.
Yeah.
Indestrum
Right.
would kind of turn around and go, "Oh, if they're keeping them alive, I get the sense that it's just they don't know what to make of them. I'm sure if we vouch for them,
This is what I
change. I hope they're not that stubborn, but the college name unfortunately doesn't stand for much out here, but I can always try it.
hope.
It sometimes has leverage in some lands.
Right.
You know what, real quick, this is a thing that may. Can I just grab like one of the cards? And I want to show them. Back in the pit, I found a sigil of the Fey nature sigil.
Yeah.
That's what one of my things. Can I show them that and see if they would know anything?
Give me 1 second.
Just go up to the guy and be like, "Excuse me, but came across this. Would you would you happen to
Fucking hell,
would
he
this
knows
be
everything about
from
this
your
fucking
neck
thing.
of the woods?" Not so familiar myself.
Got a nat 20 on that fucking history check. Good lord.
This man's a
Hey.
historian.
That's what he does in his spare time.
I do recognise it. That is, it's old. It's very old. I don't think we've used it over 1,000 years since I've last. I've saw some books with it. It used to be the old symbol of Larix. It used to be their old royal sigil before we decided to change it. It's a bit different though. I've never seen this one with this markings. I'm seeing like a crown on it or something like that. I've never seen that.
If I were to do like a quick mock-up of my one,
Yeah.
would they recognise that? How about this one?
They wouldn't recognise yours.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for the knowledge.
You're welcome.
I'll head back to the
Sorry I
group.
couldn't be more helpful.
Honestly, I was expecting nothing, so well, I sort of give him a thumbs up.
As I'm going to do a bit of a time skip here because you're now with caravan guards. There's a lot of you, and a lot of you can defend. So I'm just going to say that there's not many issues you would have. You also can travel quite quickly now that you've got a caravan. Basically, Abraham can sit on there, so it doesn't slow down the party. I'm going to do a time skip to when you guys get to the order of the hunt. So it's going to be about 3 more days.
Long rest. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, everyone can take a long rest, and if it's multiple long, I'd say 3 long rests for sake of things because you're going a bit quicker now.
Okay, so I got to do some medicine checks, aren't we?
Indeed, you can cast spells and shit if you want during this time. I don't mind.
It's not been a week since we left the hole yet, has it? The end.
No, it's been 5 days.
No, yeah, cool. I'm just going to do one point. There's no point doing it for the other days.
Well, Abraham's going to attach his amulet to his
I
bones.
passed the first one. Oh, nope. I'm poisoned.
You're poisoned.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for Zoya's.
He's good.
Should I do we need to roll any more?
No. He needs 3 more to roll. I need a poison check. Sorry, a constitution check out of him still. Because just to check. Because I think he needs 6 to be okay. That's a dexterity save.
I
Wrong one.
think he's alright though.
What's his con? Is it +1?
+3.
+3. His con is +3. What the fuck? All right.
No, sorry, no, it's +1. Sorry, +1. I looked at the wrong sheet. +1. He's
Right,
still okay
yeah.
though.
He's fine. Yeah, DC 10. So he's just fine. So you guys get to the order of the hunt. The first thing you notice is, they've gone a bit, like, you notice they've like mailed a massive temporary fence, huge. You wouldn't have expected it, and it is going along this whole border.
Finally, some sort of organised response.
Mm.
On top of the walls, you see a bunch of hunters. They are like patrolling up and down, and they are in different conditions. One of them looks fucking blood soaked to the anything. Like, this guy looks like he's been swimming in it, essentially. But they look bedraggled. They look tired, but they are still patrolling this wall. And you hear a very quick conversation between the caravan and them, and you're let into the hunt. It looks a bit more peaceful here, but you notice that the first thing you notice is there's been large kind of fences put up where elves are being kept. It looks like they've been kind of making sure they can't move around too much.
Okay.
So, I thought wait, who makes up the order of the hunt?
So,
Like-
from what you can gather, like, there's not much information even to yourself, who's been on the surface.
Yeah.
The order of the hunt seems to be the survivors of all the other countries, but predominantly they are run by the hunters, who are basically not the army, but more they kind of assisted the army at times, or more the people who hunted down food or monsters in the lands, and are a bit more non-communicative to anyone else. Like they
So I thought the order of the hunt, from what you told me, used to be part of the Elven lands.
they did.
Right. So it's not elves running the place,
It is elves running the place.
and they're keeping other elves penned.
When you
You
say
see that
penned,
the-
is it like cages or is it like more like refugee camps?
Refugee camps is probably the better phrase.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right. I was starting to.
I was getting a bit
like,
worried.
I was picturing
Yeah.
like the.
Are we gonna have to kick off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do notice that while they are refugee camps, they are being not trapped in, but more like they only let out by certain guards. So it's like it's more like a big prison complex, but they see them dotted around.
Okay, is it like a prisoner of war camp, or is it like a refugee?
Both.
It's just like a heavily monitored refugee camp.
Yes.
Right. Does it, like, as we're kind of walking around, does it look like anyone's being abused, or like guards are taking the, like, pushing people back, or being overly aggressive, or is it very orderly?
It looks not abuse. You wouldn't say that, but it does look very authoritarian. Like it looks like that people are like if people don't approach the things, they're very much pushed
Martial
back
law.
with. Yeah,
Yeah.
martial law is really the best way to phrase it.
It is a pretty dire emergency, so I can
Yeah.
understand
Oh,
it.
I understand that. I think before Abraham's come here, he has hidden his fucking tabard. I did specify that earlier.
In Death's room, when was he told if anyone was in the area from the college?
You were told no.
or There wasn't. Okay.
What you will be, like, some of the caravan guards will go. Is there any relatives to the area. Well, otherwise we'll just put you into one of the normal camps.
I just point at Aaron.
Gareth
Dad.
and Edesha at the same
Her
time.
And then should fucking should
What's your dad's name?
I kind of look at Auburn. Should we say yes as well for Rain? Well, I say it quietly.
Yeah, I think we should probably let's make sure that the people we've helped get situated first, and we should probably have this conversation afterwards.
Don't we find Darren's dad as well?
Yes.
Then
This is
sort that
what I'm saying.
This is
If we
what-
get rid of the refugees, I'd like to make sure that they are safe, and then we can move on with our business.
I'm assuming with the refugees, with the guards that brought us back, would they be dealing with them, or are we all kind of in this like line of processing?
A line of processing at the second, but it's not as though it's going slowly. Like they're calling out certain people.
Yeah. And
Um,
does it look like at this point we have any responsibility over the people we helped, or are they very much now sorting themselves out?
They're now sorting themselves out. Aside from the chef has been given a bow and arrow.
Of course. Okay. Yeah. That's.
As you guys kind of get to the thing, they'll go to. As I say, they've asked about that. They'll also ask if you would like to join the hunters to assist.
No.
I mean, that was a very fast answer, but I would agree.
Yes.
I'm part of the college. I am not here to help you sort your messes out, but I will help where I can here at times.
Ron's eye goes a little bit wider. Your messes.
You do see that they are like you
We've
see kind
already
of like
done you a massive favor, and yes, and
for
I
this
kind of
we appreciate. We were just asking. Obviously, volunteers are always appreciated.
as I said, I do not mind helping out around the camp, but I'm not being part of anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with my hands. I could help repair weapons and make weapons and stuff.
Okay. So as I was saying, do you have any family? Otherwise, we'll
Not
Shall I
family
assign
per
you to camps
se,
if-
but we have someone who may or may not have been arrested.
No, what about Aaron's dad? Don't we want to find him first?
Oh yes, Erilyn
Everyone,
can go and do that.
everything, yes.
Be free!
Erilyn, go and find your father. We will meet you
Sorry.
back. We will meet back with you later. We should go
So
and find our arrested
Abraham can
friend.
tell you where we are and we can meet up with you.
We'll
So
send
Aaron
Zoe
will
to
say,
her.
yes, I've got my father Vale and my mother Gwen here. She will be directed to a certain
Oh,
place.
fuck. Maybe Abraham should go with them actually, because her mum was in a coma, right?
Yes, I shall go with. I'll go with them.
Cool. And
Just before
who
Aaron
is he? Oh,
goes,
sorry.
I'm just seeing if I've got anything. I kind of the raven will land on my hand and I hand it to Aaron and go, if you need anything, just send this back to me. It can carry like physical messages, or I can also communicate it with it telepathically. So if it comes back, I can speak with it. So if you tell it anything, I'll be able to talk with it. If you, when you've found your parents, if you send it back to me, we can come find you later.
So just put a show.
I would also like to give something to Abraham. Let me do a roll. That was pretty garbage. I'm gonna try and sneakily take my eye out of my face. It's not garbage. How did it get to that?
25.
How did it get to
What?
25? That can't be right.
Are you sure?
No, it
you-
added the disadvantage together. It added the two d20s. It should be 16.
Wait.
It's impressive.
I'm gonna spend a point, take my eyeball out, and like tuck it in Abraham's belt or something, or like pouches.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what he said. Except I can't hear. You have to like wave your hand in front of it or something. It will be very obvious to me. I can assure you that.
Is it like Woody's eye?
It will literally be like as he's
Oh, no,
walking
sorry.
around, he's like walking around wobbly because he can just see.
Yeah, it's
like Mr. Potato.
yeah, Mr. Potato's eyes.
Except I don't think I can turn it off or close it. I think it's just on.
So half your vision is
Yeah, just
so-
half my vision is just Abraham's pocket.
Can I have a sleight of hand check at least?
Yes, I did. I got 16.
Cool.
I
Yeah, I'll
suppose
tell you
it's
able to sneak
black.
it away. Okay. So, who are you asking for to them?
She goes by Rain.
Rain. You can
Do
kind
do
of
you
check
have the
through, like,
selfie, or like, can you reference the selfie?
No, I gave it to them. I gave them a magical image with me in it. She would be with two others. They had some trading goods. They lost people along
They
the
might
way.
have arrived on a spider.
There was a spider with them.
you see him going to stop for the. Ah, right.
I did
They
forget
are in
about the spider.
They are in internment camp F. The spider is in internment camp G.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't kill it.
Well, it's with the rest of the animals. It's surprisingly remaining quite docile.
That's because it wasn't one of the other spiders. It's its own spider. It's a trained spider.
So many bloody spiders.
Also, we
The
should
hero must
probably...
own-
Just thinking, do you have a leader around here? We should probably give them a rundown of what we encountered in the capital.
And petition for their freedom.
Yes.
You say
That's
their
good.
freedom. They are just being held in one of these camps. They've not been imprisoned.
That is.
That was her interpretation.
Yes.
Okay,
I
I can
see
miss
we
it.
have-
It makes sense.
Received mixed messages.
Remember, she doesn't know about these kind of camps in like the Underdark.
Yeah, I can't imagine they've got many refugees down there.
Yeah, so
Makes
Okay.
sense.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you have information, our leader Orion or one of his aides will be able to assist you.
Can you show us where they are?
I can. Would you please come with me? And she kind of like marks over to some guards to come with you. So if you don't mind, we'll have a escorted guard coming with us. We've had some spiders that seem to sneak in with as in human disguises, so
They
we've
snuck
been
in.
cautious. Yes.
I didn't know
Um,
they could do that.
I knew they could disguise themselves as
Yeah.
people, but they don't usually move.
Yeah, we found it's kind of horrible. This is as you're walking. It's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
Like, so that we found out the spider is in the head of one of these, and they grow eggs in
Oh.
their stomach while they're
Yes.
younger.
Okay, maybe you don't need us to tell you things.
Well,
Yeah.
it's quite a small little spider, so
Oh, okay.
That's horrifying.
oh right. Continue forth, and you are brought along. And as I say, it's not the prettiest sight in the world. They are trying to keep everyone fed, clothed, and sheltered. You can tell a lot of the elves are frustrated where they are. A lot of the hunters are very much making sure they are staying within their camps. But you can tell they're not pleased about doing what they're doing. They find it, and it's more of a necessity thing.
Yeah.
You are led to a kind of a tented area. It seems quite kind of like a commander's tent, but it seems to have been made out of a variety of like foliage that's been like stitched together. And you see at the front there about 4 very, very senior looking elves. They look like they've got multiple weapons on their sides. And at the front you see an elf that is holding a very, very simple hunting bow on his back. But everyone seems to be looking at him with respect. He's not got many weapons aside from the bow. He's turned away from you at the second. He's seems to be looking down at a tent.
Just thinking, would it be, since we sort of changed what we were doing, should we say that Abraham came with us? Abraham, would you wanted to come with us to speak to this guy? And then we split up and we go to Rain and you go to Erilyn after.
Yeah,
Just,
sounds good.
You know, I don't want to do this and just have you sit there.
Oh, no, that's fine. But yeah, in fact, do this because I need to go grab food. One sec.
Fair enough.
Cool. So, as you are approaching, you see him kind of go, right. Scouting parties A, B, and D have returned. We suspect scouting party C has fallen. I see him kind of fine. I suppose it gives us the information we need, depressingly. We're not seeing an avenue of attack yet, sir, but we're still looking. We've noticed there has been more of a presence. Skeleton Party D have just returned. they've given her more of a presence. There seem to be more spiders wandering around the area. We. Sorry, fine. Right. Get some more scouting parties out. Let those guys rest. Well, I want to try to see if we can get maybe a seafront. Do we have any boats still left? And they kind of just keep going on and on. And you hear some of the guards that would have been escorting announce. So we have some refugees who would like to talk to you.
We're not refugees.
But we have some not refugees that'd like to talk to you. This guy's
Just like shaking my head.
care. So you see the elf turn around. So wow, I was not expecting non-elves. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, my name is Orion.
The name is Indestrum and Nosen. I hail from the colleges in the north.
I'm back.
Hello, Vag.
Yeah.
I don't think it's now or But how did you colleges? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
We survive. Just about. We well, you must have known at one time in history we held quite a presence over the continent. This is my good friend Oberon. As I kind of like realize I don't know his son.
So as Aubrun was walking in, he's been thinking, should I give them my real name or not? Because I was wanted in several other countries. So he goes just like, I see him start saying, I'm like, no. Just face palm as he says it. Yes, I am Aubrun. Just Aubrun.
He does look you up and down, Aubrun, because he's not used to seeing Eladrin.
Yes, I'm orange. Don't mind me.
But you do notice he's giving bigger looks towards Zoids and Abraham, obviously of the group.
Wait, is Abraham?
Oh no, sorry, they're Zoids. Like a goblin. Huh.
Yeah, he gets a bit annoying, but other than that, he's harmless.
He's
This is
okay,
Zoi's
but
Brittleback.
Oh, hey there, guys. I'm Zois.
Oh, I was told you have some information for me.
Oh boy, do we! I just and Destrum does the 1,000-yard stare. At this point, Indestrum kind of like his spell book and the quill will come out and like float between us and I mean, I don't know really where to start as I look at Aubrun. It's like I met you fellows, and I don't know how much where you want to start.
Well, I think we should just start with the You know what? He says that and he's like, hang on, maybe we don't. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Basically, we went to the capital. And
Which capital?
the capital of Larix.
Ah, okay.
And let's just say,
surprised there's any still left.
well,
What,
let's just
yeah,
say
cool.
we found the Lord.
The quill draws out what we saw, like in detail, in perfect detail.
Yeah, it's just like as this quill's drawing, he's basically explaining, we found spiders that have been laying their eggs and they've been gestating in people and then grow out of them, and use them as their bodies.
Interesting.
The quill draws like the monstrosity in detail, but then this thing, it just like draws a stick man with a little baby flying out of it.
We've encountered some spiders that gestate inside.
He was
people
also
when-
psychic.
Oh, okay, that's new.
I did almost forget that bit.
Oh yeah, and I look at Zois. It's like Zois here might be the best to tell you about what he was seeing.
All right. Godralf, could you come here? I want you to start investigating this kind of thing. Right. I imagine it's just going to be a simple kind of explanation of the spider, right?
Yeah.
Anything you're holding back?
Everything we witnessed.
I think we don't want to say that we came from the pit, obviously. We'll probably just tell them that we were traveling to go and find Erlin's father. We encountered some manor guards. We fought them. We told them to fuck off. We went to the capital. We did what we did there, and we came here.
You
Would
see when they
probably leave out the
mention Man of
diamonds
God.
and reviving Garrick as well.
When you mention Man of God throughout your conversation, they do get a bit hostile. But not towards you. They just seem to be getting annoyed.
Well, it's like they hear the name and it's like pain for them. See, we met some others who had a dislike towards the Manor Guards. What happened? We arrived and I mean the capital was a state and we found a few survivors, but
When the spiders emerged from that damnable pit, we, the hunters, us, we organised. We organised to go fight them. And we did a fairly good job to begin with. We also went and talked to the lords of the land. Especially Larrick's closest, basically in his lands. This putty pit. We begged them for any units, especially his Manor Guard. The Manor Guard were famously the most organised units we have, or fighters we have. And he refused. He said the spiders can't have been that much of a threat. The hunters should be able to deal with them. And we got slaughtered. We got slaughtered in our totality. And the Manor Guard, that came with us ran away.
Well, I can assure you he's eating those words now.
Obviously, then we went west as far as we could. We needed to. We couldn't stand against them anymore. We needed to recoup our losses. So this is where we stand. We've managed to make a defensive perimeter. We've stopped them getting into here. We've kept alive as much as we could. The lords, or the ones that are alive, we've imprisoned, and we've disbanded their armies.
so basically they promised to help, then their people ran away.
No, the lords didn't promise. The Man of God that did came with us ran away anyway.
I swear, flipping nobles.
That's
I
about
mean,
it. Which is why we are
so
just trying to get
let-
our fucking
let
land
me just
under
clarify.
control
You
here.
basically have arrested them for being cowards.
Would you not hold your leaders accountable? Let's say the
That's
head
a
of your
freeze frame.
let's say that the head of your college endangered everyone in your college. Would you not hold them
Hello?
accountable?
Hello.
Sorry, my internet just decided to have a moment. So
I
I
believe-
said, so the last I heard was me just saying, so they were cowards and you imprisoned them. I heard nothing after that.
I just said, would you not hold your leaders accountable if they endangered the populace? These are the people that have been entrusted with guarding the land. If they don't do that, that is, they are to be held accountable.
But nevertheless, we thank you for this information. If there's anything else, obviously come up. We can keep you safe in these lands. We're actually having a big assembly tonight. You can come join us in the feasts. We have a few things to announce, but I don't mind saying this to strangers. We've also got some guests coming, so that's good to know with that regard. If you need food or water, or shelter, we can provide. It's going to be a bit cramped, but we have to apologise for that. But we can't manage that many without cramping up.
We understand.
I believe you also had a friend you wanted to see. One of the elves that visited. One was riding a spider.
Yes.
Okay. We can take you to them. There's only 3 left, sadly. The rest.
I think she
One was killed by one of our
misunderstood.
guards, sadly.
I think she has misunderstood her position.
Indeed. We tried not to, but we saw a spider running towards us, especially with someone mounted on it. We took a shot and that took it down. Apparently, she lost a few other members, so she's not been particularly friendly towards us.
That's kind of how she is.
You did also shoot at
Well,
her. I couldn't- I'm not blaming. I feel like
Both parties, it's understandable.
We may,
Mm.
once we speak with her, we may have more knowledge to share with you.
Of course, I know
but-
she's given so. Well, she's not giving anything really. They try to get some out of her.
No, she's not keen on elves.
But before we leave, however, as we did, and the book flips back to the page, as we did dispatch the heads of these creatures, I feel like we're deserving of a reward. It cost us a lot, and I appreciate you are in a state of refugee and emergency, but tends to be.
We
But
can offer you
who-
an IOU, a line of credit. We can't do much more than that.
You can
We have
ask if
nothing.
they've
We
got
are
any good
putting your money in.
healers.
We have some. We have some of our own ever healing, but nothing special. We have no resources left. We weren't, we are hunters. We have very much lived off the land, and we just don't have enough money for weapons. The money we have is going towards trying to see if we can get anything off the Sapphire Road. We can, as I say, try giving an IOU to be paid back when we claim back the lambs. That's it.
I mean, for now, that is more than enough.
Sorry, it keeps dipping in and out my Wi-Fi for some reason now.
They're just
Basically-
saying they'll give us an IOU. They don't
Yeah,
have. They don't have anything. Very last thing I'd like to say to this person. I'd just like to pull out that sort of rough sketch I did of Oberon's sigil and see if he reacts to it at all. Would you know anything about this?
Of Oberon's? No.
Fantastic. It's just at the mention of guests, there was a horrible feeling in the back of his mind. He had to check.
I do have one question. Has there been any information on the progress of the ash cloud or the dragons?
Oh god, I forgot about the dragons.
The dragons, they stopped flying. We don't know why. We've not been able to monitor them or follow them if we wanted to try, but we just haven't been able to spare. They go fucking quickly, those dragons.
Well, they're big creatures with big wings.
The ash cloud is growing closer. From what you've heard, it's now actually hit Huda, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop.
Hmm.
Well, so I suspect we're going to have dark days in the future.
Just like under my breath. We're gonna be so busy.
These are troubling times. And Indestrin will kind of think back to all the books he's read and like different bits of lore he's read. And he thinks back to stories he would have read about end of days. And he'll kind of search his memory if there's anything about, if he remembers hearing anything about the volcanoes. What
Give me a
could
history
cause
check, or
more-
give me a history or a nature check.
Nature is only a +5, so I'll take the history. Advantage or just straight?
Straight.
Come on, baby! 18.
Volcanoes to do this requires. I mean, at the end of days, you've never heard of such a thing. But
Okay.
for volcanoes to do this kind of they'll all erupt, the split up ash clouds, requires some huge geological turbulence underneath the ground, like none that you've ever heard of on the planet. Essentially, like even from written memory, there's never been a scenario where that many volcanoes could go off to produce an ash cloud to cover the Earth.
Yeah. Does it seem natural? Does this seem something non-natural that would have caused it, from my knowledge?
You're not sure. I mean, you're not expecting the volcanoes themselves. You couldn't guess, but naturally, it's never happened. So that's the only thing you can probably go off.
Right. I'd say Aubryn and Zoy's would just notice, and Destrom kind of like, after hearing that, kind of like goes into like being thoughtful, and then suddenly like his eyes widen in like horror for a second, like.
Don't know why. I'm kind of thinking. I can't remember what game it's from. It's where I think it might be Walking Dead, where you see the character just very slowly following the fucking like a trap, like every angle of it.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh no!
But yeah, I think Oberon would thank this person, Orion. Unless anyone else had anything else they wanted to say to him.
Good luck.
Oh, one last thing. I imagine the guards might have told you at the door, but if they hadn't, can I request that we don't pull out weapons here? The guards have.
As long as no one crosses me or them tries to hurt me in any ways, I'll have no issues.
What he means is yes.
I can appreciate complicated types. Don't worry. Okay.
I'm usually more good with my hands than weapons, and I'll do.
So you kind of like look to his left, massagist.
I kind of like cast prestidigitation. Jesus, I can never pronounce it. Prestidigitation, and kind of just make. Are there like windows in here, or is it like a tent?
Okay.
I make the flaps billow a little bit.
Hello. We are still here. Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm just standing there in the flaps, just going behind us.
There's no major ban. I'm just asking. Just don't do it if you don't need to. Like.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I suppose we'll go off to see Rain. Did you want
Yes.
to do a quick bit with Abraham and Erilyn?
I'll check in on the Raven, so I'll kind of like.
We have to pick one because, as I say, we got to finish at one.
Yeah,
on
we've
the
just done our bit.
Well,
Let
yeah,
Abraham have a go.
That's what I was going to do. Say it's just like Indestrum just turns to the group to Zois and Auburn and go, lead me. I'm going to go check in on Erilyn and Abraham, and I'll use my action to go into the Raven and
Oh,
witness whatever's going on.
Yeah, I'll just like drag him along with us.
As Erin and Abraham, obviously at the same time, you get to this. You are brought to a medical tent, and what you see is multiple elves, and they look like they have had a variety of injuries. Like one of them looks like he's got like no crosses off his fucking arm.
Yeah.
And it's like some of them more severe, some of them unsevere. You'd see at the end of the hall a human woman.
Yeah.
Currently, she is missing an arm on her left side.
Uh-huh.
Her right leg looks like it's shriveled to about a third of the size and completely blackened.
Okay.
And she is currently looking unconscious in a bed. Above her, you see an elf kind of kneeling down, but looking down at her. On his back, you see a bow that's... Yeah, I think you've seen his bow before.
Yes.
It was kind of before. It was like a pristine hunting bow that got some very like nice etchings.
Yeah.
Now it's looks like it's like on its last fucking legs. It looks like he's like managed to try binding it with branches wrapped around the wood.
Yeah.
Like he's desperately trying to keep this fucking thing together. On his back as well is half a splitting axe, which the handle is covered in blood.
Okay.
It looks like he's kind of like armor's like torn the fuck, and you see like some scratches and such beneath his things, but he looks healthy enough.
Yeah.
Also, the actual blade of the axe looks kind of gory as well.
Yeah.
He's two on his sides. Like, it looks like he had two daggers previously. He doesn't have those anymore. As you walk up, he doesn't pay attention yet. Until I imagine Erin will probably call out.
Yeah.
Dad, I imagine, or something like that.
Yep.
Daddy.
And you see him turn around, looking relieved, and like giving her a big hug. He will say thank you towards you, because obviously you've been keeping in contact with him. It's like, thank you for bringing her back. But he never leaves. He always keeps a hand on the bed with his wife, just like even when hugging her.
Yeah.
And give me an insight check.
inside.
And just specifically Abraham for this one.
Oh shit, baby.
What was the total?
I got a nat 20 plus 7.
Fuck it out.
Let's go.
He seems hesitant to hug Erilyn. There is something here that, like, with a nat 20 especially, like, you can tell that he's got a massive conflict in his mind between being very happy for Erilyn and being very... scared is not the right word, but more scared for a potential of something.
Yeah.
And you're not sure what. I mean, you probably can guess something, but
Yes.
He doesn't really reveal much more. Like he's been very good about it, but he's just not being good enough. Because obviously he's 27. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Well, Abraham's going to log it. He's not going to mention anything currently because there's a time and place for it. Currently, it looks like I'm needed here in the medical tent. Definitely.
Well, yeah. So, what is it you basically want to do here? Are you trying to heal just the average person, or?
Well, I believe Erilyn's mum's in a coma, isn't it?
Sure. If you want to check over her, can you give me a medicine check?
Yep. 22.
22? Interesting. Like, you're not getting any, like, stimuli response at all. Like, the fact that she's alive probably is a credence to the father's kind of first aid skills.
Yeah.
You notice that on her leg, she got huge puncture marks. You suspect that's from a spire, some case. Yeah. Her arm, it looks like it was cut off with a blade. It very much looks like an axe. And you think that she's had her head has been slammed on the floor from something from a height, and something about the venom is kind of mixed together, and it's created a very, very deep state of unconsciousness. Yeah. Your current magics probably couldn't get her out of it. You probably need something like a greater restoration to do so.
But could I stabilize?
She is stable.
Okay, well, she's stable. Okay, well, I turned to Evelyn and started saying, sadly, with my knowledge, I am unable to fix her current condition. But I will cast mass healing word to everyone in the tent.
You hear a lot of groaning. You see some people are able to actually stand up with that.
Oh my god! Worst possible roll. But anyway, yeah.
But even then, most of these are kind of just normal people. They don't have much health to begin with. Mm-hmm. Some people have just got like more, some of the lingering wounds you guys get, which can just be healed with magical healing. They got those, so they're having to be monitored. With your magical healing, you're able to get them up.
Yeah.
Some people look a bit better. Some of them, some people have lost an arm, so obviously can't do much.
With the Raven being there and looking in, would Nestrum recognize the wounds to be a curse, or is it very much just?
I'd say the Raven hasn't got there by yet.
Well, no, the Raven went with them. It's just when Indestrum goes.
Oh, but they went early. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, you can tell it's just normal wounds. You can't see anything magic there.
Okay.
Right. I will say, I think with that thing, I'm going to call it there for everyone. Sorry, we're just hitting one, and I just need to make sure I can get going.
No worries.
I hope everyone enjoyed the session.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It's been good.
So I'll see you all.
With a fireball.
I shall see you all next time, 2 weeks' time, I think.
Yes, it'll be on the 2nd of July, the next one.
Perfect. In that case, I'll see you all later.
Until
Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.